Hello, and welcome to today's talk where we'll talk about how video games have become one of the most important things in a kid's life today. But what is the history of video games? Well, stay tuned and find out. Hello, my name is Max Modena, and today we'll be talking about the history of video games. In October 1958, physicist William Hayward created what is thought to be the first video game. It was a very simple tennis game, similar to the classic 1970 video game Pong, and it was quite a hit at Brookhaven National Laboratory Open House. Video games have been around since the early 1970s. The first commercial arcade game, Computer Space, by Nutting Associates, was introduced in 1971. In 1972, Artery introduced Pong to the arcade. An interesting item to note is that Artery was formed by Nolan Bushnell, the man who developed Computer Space. Although in 1972, Magnavox released the world's first home video game console, the Magnavox Odyssey. It came packaged with board games, paraphernalia, such as cards, paper money, and dice to enhance the game. In 1980, the Japanese arcade game manufactured Nami Limited introduced to the world to Pac-Man. The lead designer was Itawani Toro, who intended to create a game that did not emphasize violence. Atari founder Nolan Bushnell invented Pong. His version of this concept as an arcade game, a small company at the time, Atari began manufacturing the games in an old roller skating rink, and by 1972, the company had sold more than 8,000 Pong arcade machines. In 1975, though, Atari turned Pong into a console system game. Here are some of the hit games from the generation that came to be the first consoles that came out. Gunfight Western Gun, which was released in 1975. Tank, which was released in 1974. Grand Track, which was released on 1974. Space Race, which was released on 1973. Pong, a very important game released on 1972. Magnavox Odyssey games, which released September of 1972. Galaxy game made by Computer Space Nutting Associations on August of 2022. The US launch of Sega Genesis on August the 14th, 1989 probably didn't seem like a huge deal outside the video game industry. The brand was first introduced in the United States in November of 2001 with the launch of the original Xbox console. The original device was the first video game console offered by an American company after the Atari Jaguar stopped sales in 1996. It reached over 24 million units sold by May of 2006.